Hey everyone, Will here. Welcome back to part 5 of Vibe Coding and FPS, where we're trying to push Claude Code and other coding agents to the max to see if we can create a fully fledged first-person shooter that's actually playable. I'll be putting it live at the end of this series, and I'm also open sourcing the code. The link is in the description. Let me start by showing you what we have already if you are new to this series. So here is what we have so far. I'm quite proud of it, although it's had mixed reviews on the likes of Reddit. I know the textures are bad. That's one of the things we're going to be sorting today. But we have a fully functional player character here. We can run around. We can aim down sights. There's camera sway. There's nice lighting. There's a skybox. We have a town. It's going really well. There's no collisions or anything like that. That's to add as well. We can't fire our weapon. There's various things to do. However, I'm pretty proud of progress so far. And there's one other thing that I worked on in between videos. It's not been seen in a previous episode, and I'm going to quickly show you what that is. And it is multiplayer functionality. And here it is, right at the very beginning of Vibe Coding and FPS. It created a multiplayer server. However, I never actually tested it. And to be fair to it, it did actually work reasonably well. To get this actually set up didn't require too many alterations. But as you can see, we have live looking around. There we go. We have a little player character. His head goes up and down. Look, it's not winning any game design awards or anything. But the functionality is here. We're actually going to be having a playable game very soon. I'm going to have to think about putting it live, which is going to be quite exciting. Anyway, let's jump into the code and I'll talk you through what the plan is for today. I've got about half an hour as per usual to record this episode, so we're going to try and do a couple of small jobs. So here we are in the code. I am vibe coding this entire thing. If you didn't know, I'm pretty much just prompting Claude Code and leaving it to it. I'm going to even put auto accept on just to begin with. And that is how we're going to be working. I'm going to be doing a few jobs today. The first one is going to be fixing this ground texture because it is oversized. Someone commented about that, and it's fair enough. The second thing we're going to do, and this has been a long time coming, is it's so slow to walk around. So I'm going to add double press the W key on the keyboard to sprint. I think that will be a good thing. And the last thing I'm going to try and add is actually firing your weapon. I won't do ammo just yet. I'll just do firing it. And that should be, that should take us hopefully up to our half an hour mark. So let's start with the infamous first prompt, which I'm going to say in this game. So here's the first prompt. In this game, you're running around a town model. The floor texture, however, is completely oversized and stretched, making the texture look terrible. Can you make it smaller? And let's have the wait begin, and hopefully it fixes it. We'll see. Part of the fun experiment of this series is to see how far we can actually just push these coding models. They're getting better each time. Each iteration, each month, these are getting better. But I want to see where the limits are. My suspect feeling is that there is going to be a limit where we can't actually push this anymore. But I might be wrong. Apparently it's done. That was really quick. And it did a good job. Look at that. Very nice. To do check number 1, I mean, it still looks dreadful, but it looks a lot better than last time. And I'm just going to jump in. And I'm not even committing. I'm going to run the /commit command. So I don't even commit the code. That's the really fun thing. I'm going to get the agent to do that. Commit and push this code. I'm not even looking. I haven't looked at the solution. You can see there's a git change here, but I'm not actually going to check what it is. And I'm just going to get it to commit that code as well. And this is the fun of it. These coding agents are getting better and better. My day job, in case you don't know, I'm a very new channel, so give this a video a like, a subscribe if you like this kind of content. But we're a very new channel, so I try to talk a little bit about what I do, each video that I make. And my job is running a few tech businesses. So I work in tech. I all my education is in computer science, and one of the things that I've seen come out of this is, how does coding fit into this new world of AI? And I do firmly believe that we're going to be writing less and less code as developers, as tech founders, as the years go by. However, we're not quite there yet. I spend a lot of time doing code review over Vibe Coding. So often we're at the point where agents are writing an awful lot of the code, like in day-to-day work. However, the chances of it making a mistake is still quite high. I would say 1 in 10, maybe more, there's a mistake somewhere, and that probability is far too high. So you have to be there to review it and make sure the output of these models are good. But, undoubtedly, that margin of error, that error rate will get less and less. If you're interested in this kind of thing, I actually made a video that talks a little bit about, what I think the future of software development is going to be. And, that's up on my channel. Come on, let's commit. Cool. Git commit. Git push. Off it goes, and on to the next feature. Let's go next. Cool. Next, I want to be able to walk a little faster than I can now, and I want to be able to double press the W key to sprint. The gun should sway a little faster and even rotate a little bit, maybe. So we'll see what Claude can make of that. It's going to very confidently tell me it can help. Let's see if it actually can. I mean, this will be. I've had the last couple of episodes I have made. There has been all sorts of complications coming up that have made it very hard. And so it'll be really nice if this episode can just actually be filmed in 30 minutes. It one-shots everything, and we get what we want. We'll see. So far, so good with the floor texture. Cool. Perfect. I've implemented all the features you requested. Changes made. Faster movement speed increased from 5 to 7 units a second. That's probably quite good. Double tap the W to sprint. Sprint is 60% faster than walking. Fantastic. Double tap W within 30 milliseconds to activate sprint. Sprint automatically stops when you release W. Enhance weapon sway. 2.5 times more positional sway amplitude. 50% faster sway speed. Cool. In theory, sounds great. Let's check it out. Yes. That's good stuff. Walking. Wow, it makes aiming hard, but, don't aim while sprinting. Yes, this is much better. This is a really good feature. 2 for 2, one-shotting the proms at the moment. Without looking at the code. But it worked, so, it's got that going for it. Great. Commit and push. Let's commit and push. I love it still does this. It always credits itself. Normally, you'd remove that, because we don't want to know what's generated with Claude and what's not. But today, because it is writing all the code, we'll let it have the credit. And let's do the last thing, which is going to be weapons firing. I mean, that is a horribly worded prompt, but we'll see what it can do with it. Hopefully good things. I'll implement the weapon firing mechanics with muzzle flash and recoil. Let me check what assets you have available for muzzle flash effects, and then implement the firing logic. Well, we don't have any assets, so we'll see what it has. I don't see any existing muzzle flash assets. But that's fine. I'll create a procedural muzzle flash with 3GS. That will look great. Do you know what? I love Claude. It's always so optimistic. Nothing is ever too hard for it. It's always so exciting. I mean, look at the code. I mean, it's writing so much code. Cool. Perfect. The implementation. I've implemented the complete weapon firing system. Sorry, here's what I added. Weapon firing implementation, click to fire, event handling, muzzle flash effect, procedural muzzle flash, recoil animation. The system is fully functional. Just click to fire. The muzzle flash will appear at the barrel. The weapon will recoil back up with a slight random roll, then smoothly recover. Okay. I mean, there is a slight muzzle flash. There is a slight muzzle flash. It's just not very obvious. So it's done what it says. It just doesn't look very good at the moment. But it does project. I wonder if it can, make it a bit more obvious. Okay. So I said it's a good start, but the muzzle flash is not obvious unless you're up against the town wall. So we'll see if it can make that better. Technically, that's 3 for 3, though, in terms of one-shotting it. It did do everything I asked. There's just some amends here. That's not bad. It's almost like oh, it is firing out the muzzle. I was going to humour it, and I'm going to ask what else we could do to increase the quality of the muzzle flash. I mean, technically, again, it works, but I feel like there's something missing, but I actually can't put my finger on it. We'll see if Claude can put its finger on it. Great question. Multiple rotating sprites, camera shake, smoke particles, trailer deck ejection. Cool, it wants to actually add camera shake, multiple rotation sprites, and smoke particles. We might be pushing it too far here. It doesn't look bad, though. It doesn't look bad. Please welcome Tiddles to the stage. He's my other cat. Pumpkin has appeared before. Tiddles is his brother. He also loves to be on camera. And on camera he is. Let's try and work around him. Okay. Well, I don't like the camera shake. The camera shake looks horrible. Yeah, I don't know about the camera shake, to be honest with you. Has it done it? I don't like camera shake. Also can't see this smoke. Also can't see the smoke, so we'll ask it about that. Yeah, that looks incorrect. I don't know what that orb of light is. I suppose that's what is supposed to be the smoke. Let's remove that. Let's remove smoke effects. I don't like them. I think we've got a good muzzle flash at the moment. I think the last thing that we need to add today is going to be a sound effect, which in between waiting for Claude to do its thing, I found a good sound effect, which is going to be great. So I'm going to add that in a second. Cool, last thing. Okay, great, I have this sound. Can I play it when I fire, please? With a link. The cat's getting off. With a link to the sound. Hopefully it copies it in. I don't know where it's going to copy it. Leaving it up to itself. Cool. Copying it in. And it's gone to public. Sounds. This is our first sound. It's a cool sound. Yes, this sounds really good. The only thing I don't like is the bullet drop because it's the same sound. So I'm probably just going to quickly clip that out. So I've cropped out the audio. That was good. What's my volume on? It's almost on full volume. I feel like it should be louder though. Can we make the sound louder? And if this works, I think we'll call it a wrap for today. I think we've made some really good progress. So just to summarize before I go to the big screen, what we've added today is we fixed the floor texture of the town that we're running around. We've also made our walk speed faster because it's been very slow for basically every episode so far. We've also added a sprint button, which is very good. If you double tap W, you sprint. And last but not least, you can now fire the weapon. It has a muzzle flash. And it works really well. So let's jump to the full screen to sign off. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content and other tech-related stories and opinions, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're a small channel, so every little helps, and I'll catch you in the next video.